So my next question is, on last 2018, so there was a corruption case that was filed against then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and the incumbent interim General Secretary of AIADMK, Mr. Edappadi K. Palaniswamy. So which is nothing but the corruption case. So where in which Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy, the fulcrum of the case I am explaining. So he was handed over a road transport tender project to some of his close confidant and relatives. So the claim was states that it worth something around 4800 crores Indian rupees. So that at the outset of this case, it was investigated by the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Board. So that was ruled by that was the works under the principles of Tamil Nadu government. So on October 2018, what happened? The DMK spokesperson and the incumbent Rajya Sabha member, Mr. R.S. Bharati, he just made a plea in the Madras High Court stating that this case demands a fair, responsible and impartial investigation. So just by hearing Mr. R.S. Bharati's plea, the Madras High Court nodded their head and they moved the transfer the case to the CBI. So on the other hand, Mr. Edappadi K. Palaniswamy reached the apex court and he challenged the verdict of the Madras High Court. So there is a twist in the tail happens, sir. In last Wednesday, what happened? The apex court made a verdict on this case stating that they put a full stop, they put a stay on CBI's investigation, CBI probe, and the apex court directed the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Board of Tamil Nadu to investigate this case. So we know very well the DVAC works under the principle of Tamil Nadu bureaucracy. Tamil Nadu bureaucracy is in the hands of DMK, who are the arch rivalry of Mr. Edappadi K. Palaniswamy. So as a senior legal practitioner for more than 2 decades and as well as a statesman, what you say on this, sir?
Yes, Mr. R.S. Bharati, one of the DMK functionary, and he had filed a case against Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy, alleging that he had involved in 4,800 crores scam, that is the highways scam, which has to be inquired. He has filed a petition before the Madras High Court. So the Madras High Court had inquired and they have given the verdict that it can be inquired by the CBI. That is what Madras High Court said. The reason was that there is a legal maxim. A man cannot be a judge for his own cause. A person cannot be a judge for his own cause. Here, the government is now ruled by the DMK. DMK, our rival is Edappadi. He is an opposition leader. So they are rivals. And now the Department of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption is under the control of the DMK government, that is under the direct control of Stalin. So if Stalin government inquire the case of his arch rival, definitely they will do against the Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy. So this is the reason why Supreme High Court says that no, it has to be inquired by the CBI because it is a central government agency. They are not under the control of Stalin government. This is the right rule of law, which Madras High Court had declared. What happened? Edappadi was asking a special investigation team to inquire this. I don't know the logic behind this because I don't know who had advised Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy. There must be only 2 agencies, investigation agencies. One the investigation agency by the central government, another one investigation agency by the state government. Central government investigation agency is CBI. State government investigation is Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. So rightly High Court had declared that CBI has to inquire. And what Edappadi Palaniswamy did, I don't know who had advised him, and he had gone to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court had given a different verdict. What is the verdict Supreme Court had given? Supreme Court says that yes, the case can be inquired by the Department of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption of Tamil Nadu. What I feel is the Supreme Court has made a very great error in this judgment, because what Supreme Court did in other cases, you just think of it. When Jayalalitha case was registered by the DMK during 1997, unaccumulated wealth case, who had registered? DMK. They were in power. Vigilance and Anti-Corruption was inquiring. And after that, 2001, there was a change of government. Jayalalitha again became the chief minister. Immediately, the deceased Anbalagan And what he did, he had filed, he had gone to the Supreme Court and asking that. Now she had come to she had come to power, she had become the Chief Minister. She should not inquire the case, because the same vigilance and anti-corruption will be under the control of Jayalalitha. That is what they have filed before the Supreme Court. What Supreme Court said? Yes, Supreme Court had transferred the case after that to Bangalore Court. Only after that the verdict has come. It was transferred to Bangalore Court for the main reason that Jayalalitha was the Chief Minister at that point of time. So she should not inquire her own case. This is what Supreme Court verdict says. After that, there is yet another case that one of the DMK ex-minister, his name was Thava Krishnan, he was murdered. And Karunanidhi's eldest son, M.K. Alagiri, was the prime accused in that murder case. And when Jayalalitha was, government was there, these people, DMK people, had filed a case before the Supreme Court as stating that Jayalalitha runs the government, the case should not be inquired here, it should be transferred to some other state. Accordingly, the case was transferred to Andhra. Only Chittoor Court had inquired. So when this was again, what Supreme Court should have said, they should have ordered that since the ruling party is DMK government, since they are rival to the opposition leader Edappadi Palaniswamy, Supreme Court should have also directed to CBI to inquire. This is a grave error of law which Supreme Court has made as an advocate. I am telling this. I am not telling anything against Supreme Court of India, but the Supreme Court had made a grave error. Okay. Anyhow, the case is now going to be inquired. But what I am telling is, if at all anybody involves in any scam and everything, bribery and everything, they should be punished. There is no denying the fact that anybody should be spared. And you can take action against Edappadi if he is found guilty. But at the same time, what I want to say, the action of DMK is what I want to say is scriptures quoted by devils. That is, there is a maxim in English. Scriptures quoted by devils, because scriptures should not be quoted by devils, because the devil is a bad element. They should not quote scriptures. That is what the maxim says. Why I am saying is, against the same Stalin, all of you might not have known that during 1996 there was a scam of highway scam against Stalin. 100 crores project was given to somebody else. The minister at that point of time was Thava Krishnan. At the instigation of Stalin, the project was given to somebody else. The total cost of the project is 100 crores. And after 2000, during the beginning of 2001, one Mr. Deivasihamani had given a complaint to the Kilpakkam police station. Muthukarpan was the commissioner of police at that time. I was working in the police department at that time. I know very well. What had happened? Somebody had given a complaint. Deivasihamani had given a complaint to the Kilpakkam police station, stating that for getting that 100 crores project during DMK rule, he had given 10 crores of rupees to Stalin as a bribe. This is what the complaint given by Deivasihamani. What had happened? Only when police was inquiring that, there were subsequent developments which I do not want to describe here. And out of that, the Stalin's close friend Anna Nagar Ramesh had committed suicide. There were so many shocking revelations in that case. So the same DMK, same Stalin had involved in such a, highway scam. So what I am telling is, of course, Edappadi has to be punished if at all he is found guilty. But at the same time, these people, after involving in so many scams, they have escaped. Why? Because Jayalalitha has got a tendency. She did not like victimization. At any point of time, she did not want to victimize the people. Whereas these people, DMK leaders, they always want, as if they are all, good leaders. They will always put accusation against all the opposition leaders. What Mr. Stalin had stated in his affidavit before the Election Commission, I have got only 6 crores of property. This is what Stalin has given in the affidavit before the Election Commission. But the house in which Stalin has been living now, you see what is the cost of the house. His house at Velachery, there are one or two houses. If you calculate the cost, it will exceed 100 crores. Stalin has stated in his affidavit that he doesn't own a car, but he is coming with what is that multi-crore car, which is worth about several crores. So what are all the other what is that investment and everything? So they are all pakka corrupt people who had involved in so many scams. But while after coming to the power, they will always act that they are all very innocent and other peoples are only corrupt people. And what I am telling is, if Stalin government inquires this case, what will happen? Because when they were inquiring about Jayalalitha's unaccumulated wealth during 1996-97, what they did, they had taken some chappals from Jayalalitha's house. Jayalalitha was having some 40 to 50 chappals because she was a cinema actress before that. She was having some 40 to 50. But after taking out all her chappals, what these people did, this DMK people, they have approached local chappal stores and they have got some 50 to 100 chappals from these shops, and they have shown all those 50 to 100 chappals along with the same 40 chappals of Jayalalitha, and they have shown in Sun TV that Jayalalitha was having 140 chappals. All are made up cases. Just like that, some jewelry was recovered from Jayalalitha's house. And they have taken most of the jewelry from a local jewelry shop at Pandi Bazaar. And they have shown to the public through the Sun TV that Jayalalitha was having such and such. All are manipulated cases, manipulated things which they are very much expertise. That is why what I am telling is, and they are not good people. They are not only very much corrupt, they will bluff everything because vigilance and anti-corruption is now under the control of Stalin. Very sadly, in our country, police are acting under the biggest of political leaders. Whatever they do, they will say. They will not bother about conscience and everything, and they will do whatever the political bosses say. That is why, if a fair investigation has to be done, it has to be inquired only by the CBI and not by the vigilance and anti-corruption, because Stalin will manipulate the things and try to see that Edapadi Palaniswamy was also convicted. You think about Jayalalitha, everybody, I want to make a request to everybody. Jayalalitha was having the Poise Garden. It was 10 grounds along with the building. It was constructed during 1971 when Jayalalitha was an actress, when she was acting in films. Out of that income, she had bought the 10 crores land and she had constructed a house. Jayalalitha became the chief minister only during 91. With regard to the accumulated wealth, these people have put the Poise Garden also under the list, stating that it was an unaccumulated wealth. How it can be? It was a self-owned property. This is how investigation has been done. They have cited the reason that after she became the chief minister, she had constructed a small building, a small room inside Poise Garden, and by citing the reason, they have confiscated the entire property. And the Supreme Court also did not bother about it, did not inquire the case properly, and by putting manipulating all such things, they have confiscated her property. This is how, because they are well versed in it. Not only that, they will take revenge against their political opponents. Who had introduced corruption in Tamil Nadu? You just think of it. There may be youngsters who did not know the past history of Tamil Nadu. It was up to 69 till the death of Karunanidhi, till the death of Annadurai. Everything was perfect in politics, Tamil Nadu politics. Annadurai, and while Annadurai had died, his wife did not have his 100 rupees. And when somebody asked, what is that you did not have 100 rupees? Annadurai's wife replied, he will get the salary and he will give the expenses for me. This is what Annadurai wife said. Annadurai, even though he was an atheist, and he was a very good, a very honest person. And after 69, after the death of Annadurai, Karunanidhi had started the corruption, started the bribery. This is what, only after that bribery had started in Tamil Nadu politics. And during 1977, MJR had given a complaint to the governor of Tamil Nadu against Karunanidhi government, only based on which a Sarkariya commission was appointed, and he was declared to be guilty. So this is what, they are the pioneers of corruption in Tamil Nadu. And these people, that's why I said, scriptures are quoted by devils. These devils are now quoting scriptures as if they are very much honest, and all the other politicians are corrupt. And how they are able to give 4,000 rupees per voter, where they got the money, all are corrupt money. That is why my honest opinion is that in any case, not only Edappadi's case, any scam against the rival politician should be inquired only by the central agency, that is by CBI, and the inquiry by the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption, who is under the control of Stalin government. That will not be good. That will not. They will not do a fair investigation.
So one more explanation needed, sir. So keeping this verdict in mind, Mr. R.S. Bharati recently made a comment. States that the cases that was filed by DMK will always follow righteousness and probity. Said that they won't go against the rule book as well. So that's why they are getting some favorable verdicts. So what's your take on this? So what would you say like this?
That is why I am saying they have no right to speak about righteousness. Because they are always expertised in bluffing the things, in manipulating the things. Just now I have said that. Was it righteousness to take chappals from the chappal stores and put it along with the Jayalalitha's chappals and showing it through the TV and telling it to the people, all the chappals are owned by Jayalalitha? Was it righteousness to say that? What was it righteousness? What they did? They have taken jewelries from the outside shops, and they have declared it, they have showed it to the public that this is the thing, these are all the jewelries were recovered from Jayalalitha. Can they talk about the righteousness? They are always involved in fraudulent activities. I have got so many evidences, I have got so many stories to tell about these people's fraud and forgeries. So they are very much involved in forging the things. They are very much involved in fraudulent activities. This is what the DMK, everybody should know. So, and surprisingly, and point is that always those people are winning and capturing the power. That is the power of the destiny which we have got. That's what I want to say. So they cannot talk about righteousness. They cannot talk about the truth. Right from the Karunanidhi I am telling. Annadurai is the only exception. He whereas also cannot speak about righteousness because he had married a girl who was an adopted daughter. Who is Maniammai? The adopted daughter of Ivera. He had married his own adopted daughter. What he was preaching to the youngsters at those point of time, he said one of his principles is, you can have sexual intercourse with your own mother if at all you want to satisfy your feelings. There is no wrong in it. This is what Ivera said. But these people are projecting him as if he is a very rare leader, and they were erecting him of a statue at the height of 134 feet. So only the future history will decide about the fate of all those statues. What he did, he was objecting to the Britishers that don't give freedom to India. This is what Ivera said during the time of freedom. When once freedom was given, he hoisted the black flag in his own house, objecting the giving of freedom to the people of India. He was an anti-nationalist. He was an atheist, not only atheist, he was also an anti-nationalist. For such a people, these people are erecting such statues. Because now statues have been erected for Vallabhbhai Patel and everything. Vallabhbhai Patel is a very made so many achievements. He cannot be compared with this EVR and everything. So it is a fate of Tamil Nadu that peoples of such stature has been projected as the very great leaders.